How are we gonna call
Uh,
9876 goes through? Yeah,
uh, let's just say 90,
or Mercedes.
98, 98,
Mercedes. I don't- We'll see.
98, 98. 98, like that's quick. Like you need something that's quick. You can say quickly. 98's pretty quick.
988776 96 97.
98 or 76. Just say 98 or 76. Don't do 9876. Like the same way you'd say F1 or like the same way you'd say DC or Cesoi, not DC Cesoi.
Mm,
Yeah, 98 or 76, I think.
yeah. But yeah, man. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do the intro, yeah. So again, back with F1. After apparently a very horrible F2 race that happened, in terms of standards. Hopefully for F1 it's gonna be better. With
I have
as
PTSD.
with it makes it easier that there's no rain, compared to F2 that there was rain in qualifying and in the sprint. Yeah.
Inter's in the one-shot quali. Full wets at the start of the sprint, and at the end it was more Inter's.
Yeah. And then yeah, and then the race was dry.
Yeah.
But here,
Overcast, yeah.
all dry, so
All dry.
shouldn't be too shouldn't be too dirty in here, at least with with the caliber of drivers that we have.
Yeah, I hope. I hope. I don't want to commentate this. God. Oh, bro.
Why not?
It was so bad. It was so bad. I'm getting teary-eyed, man. I don't want to. Oh, it was so bad. But running through the incident, I will preface it by saying I will ignore any of Wizzy Boy's incidents as he has left the league. So, or got kicked. Gabby. Oh, that's not even a penalty. My teammate Chesney gets 5 seconds and 2 penalty points. Sir Nikolai gets 5 seconds and 2 penalty points. My teammate again gets 3 seconds and 1 penalty point. And my teammate gets 2 extra penalty points for no POV. Any quali bans or race? Let me see. Any quali bans? No quali bans, no race bans. We're all good.
Good. Good. And well, last week Seb won the Dutch Grand Prix, of course. With hold on, I need to check the race results. With DC coming back through the field after his steam problems, and way better for McLaren because they now have two very good scoring drivers instead of, or at least for that race they had, because now Seb is in the Alpine. So yeah, that was the top three drivers. It's still DC in the lead. Almost twice the amount of points as F1 Kid has. DC has 121 points, F1 Kid 64 points, Zinc 57, Sir Nikolai 43, Chimp 37, Josh 30, Seb 25, Drilla 22, ASR Matt 18, and then Dylan 17. That's the top 10 of drivers. And then in the constructors, again, Aston Martin still lead in the constructors by 51 points over McLaren, but with McLaren having a very good result last week, they have gained a lot of points on Aston Martin, and they have moved up into P2 from P4. Alfa Romeo P3 with 70 points, AlphaTauri P4 with 59 points, Ferrari equal with Williams, 45 points, and then very close behind them is Haas with 43 points, Alpine 29 points. Hopefully they'll be scoring a lot of points because they have Seb in there. And then we'll see if the a reserve and debutant in the name of Vampy is going to be quick. Red Bull with 24, and then Mercedes still lost after 5 rounds. They're still lost with 18 points. That's crazy. You have nothing to say?
Well, let's just look at the quali. I'm a bit, you know, that race, Laura. So, small prediction. The F2 race for Austria had the second most reports of all time. I predict that this one probably will have more. It's oh god, I can't. I don't want to talk about that too much. This is not F2, it's F1. But yeah, let's move on. Sorry.
We'll
F1,
see.
not F2.
We will see. We will see how the race will pan out, and quali as well, because we don't have sprint race or any of that. We have just short quali and then 50% race, of course. We have Drilla, Zink, Darwizi, Wave, TLW, Chesney, JSTM, AM, Seb, Josh, Chimp, Rob, ASR Matt, So Nikolai, Vampin, Nicholas Mayer.
Wave's the first one out.
9-8,
no.
DC, F1 Kid, and then Gabby. What is it?
Cesoi? It is Cesoi. Cesoi is the first one out. Nice.
Yeah. DC first one out, like you said. Then behind him is a Ferrari name of Wave Dre. Behind him there is a Haas driver, Chimp. Then behind him is the 9-8 driver from in the Mercedes that is reserving for tonight. Then now ahead of him is DC's teammate for the race, Darwizi, reserving for Aston Martin, who got dropped. Or no, did he get dropped or did he just leave?
I think he requested to be put into a reserve role for F2 and F1.
Yeah. Well, left Haas and now he's a reserve for both F1 and F2. Next season there won't be F1 and F2 because there will be Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, kind of, for me, disappointing that it's gonna be just plain Tier 1, Tier 2 and Tier 3 where you see it everywhere.
It's fair though, because we had Josh Jenga Boy was getting a lot of questions. I don't get it. Why is it F2? That he's changing it, I think, to avoid any confusion.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, makes sense. Yeah, with the reserves, we have AM in the Alfa Romeo, Seb in the Alpine, Vampy in the Alpine, then the 2 Mercedes of Nicholas Mayer and the 9-8. And that's pretty much it. I already said Darwizi. Wave J is on a flying lap, the first one to be out on a flying lap. And we will go with them on a lap. No one is on the inter.
Bad exit. Bad turn on exit from him.
I mean, I haven't done Belgium in a long time, so I don't know. Oh, and he's already invalidated going up through the Eau Rouge. Oh la la! That's such a bad mistake.
Yeah, it's painful. Especially, I feel bad for Wave because for a guy like Wave, you're usually ignore this. 'Cause this is just a mistake, but you're usually very quick in quali. But in the race you slip, not because of your own faults, but because, people that live, way far away from Europe, the main people that are affected by this. You have Wave, you have Kookaburra, you have over in burst, K1, just people that are just really far away. They get these connection issues a lot,
Yeah.
and it's unavoidable. Really, they just lag out or they lag about, and it's difficult to race with them, and they get crashed out easily because of desync. It's nothing they can do.
Yeah, it's nothing
Terrible
that
stuff.
they can really do. Yellow flags through P1, but it's just a Haas going slow chip on a flying lap. In the meantime, 113.582 through the second sector. First one on a flying lap on the grid, going through Blanchimont and then going into the bus stop chicane. As behind there is a crash between Darwizia and then Sir Nicola has got a 5+ grid penalty. He's stopped on the exit of Stavelo. Chim in the meantime goes of course fast, is 141.845. Sir Nicola is just stopped on the exit of Stavelo. Well, Darwizia is out, but what has happened here? I mean,
That's painful for Darwizzi. Whoa.
Yeah, and as well for Sir Nikolai, because he has 5+ grid penalty now. DC, of course, 1 second faster than Chimp on his first flying lap.
That's
on a banker. 140.814. Of course, there is Seb, there is Zinc that can do better, but still impressive. 9.8 goes P2.
I don't know if he wants me to mention this, but I know this is no quali thing, but he has set these times in GP mode, quali. But he has his TT time. Do you want to guess what his TT time is?
Probably like 40.3.
40.2.
No,
and he's set that in GP quali as well, and that puts him 46 in the world for Spa. So I feel like there's one obvious person to look for pole here, and it's the Italian.
You mean by Sir Nikolai?
I don't. It's not possible for him to get pole anymore.
I mean, Sir Nikolai is Italian. That you can't deny. But
the
yeah.
Italian leading the try this one, then let's say. He's gone 4 seconds slower in the second sector. What a terrible lap.
Yeah. Robo on the exit of the first Stavlo was on the grass.
Robbo?
Yeah, but not. Well, I mean, he was on his probably in lap. TLW is finalizing his first flying lap of the quali, and he goes P11, 142.348. And at the moment, he's the slowest driver on the grid. Still, there are 9 drivers, or 8, I should say, 8 drivers to set a lap. But still be better to be ahead of someone, of course. F1 Kid going into the bus stop chicane, finishing his lap. Hopefully he'll be close to his teammate AM as F1 Kid crosses the line, and he goes P4, 141.403. It's a very good time by F1 Kid. And AS Armad goes P8, 141.820 goes P8, like I said. Decent time from him as well. The reserves of AM, Nicholas Mayer, 9.8 and Vampy showing great pace of the start. Actually, they're really showing great pace of the start on their first laps, like P2, P3, P5, P6. Very good.
They're not.
Hopefully they
won't. I wish we had people like that for F2.
Yeah, hopefully that they won't be doing the stuff that the reserves in F2 were doing. Hopefully, but we will see in the race, of course, how they will do. Josh on a flying lap, and he's improving through the first sector by a 10th. Is there anyone else further up ahead on a flying lap? Probably not, as F1 Kid is 2 seconds down on his first sector. So it's Josh who is the furthest one to be on a flying lap. Going into the no-name corner, which is turn 9. And then going into P1 with the driver who uses a third-person camera. Weirdly enough.
Wheelie.
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Really enough.
I mean,
Mark Webber.
Mark Webber.
Really.
Through the fast gains and then into the first part of Stavilo and then into the second. He's 2/10 up on his time. And then going, well, into 8th gear, into Blanchimont. It's a very easy flat out corner in the drive, of course, with these cars. In the wets, it might be a little bit difficult to actually get flat out there. Into the bust of chicane is somewhat nice, and then Josh and actually doesn't improve on his time. 2 thousandths down on his time on the finish line. So I actually lost 2/10 through the third sector on the exit of the final chicane. He lost it a little bit, I saw, but I didn't think that it's gonna cost him that much. Apparently it did. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
We have Seb, we have Zinc out on track. They're approaching Buster Chicane. They'll be just about starting their first flying laps of the session. I mean, Zinc is as well a contender in here. Let's not say anything.
Well.
I mean, yeah, but DC has already set his time. Zinc and Seb haven't. So we will see what their pace is gonna be like. Zinc, well, isn't really a favorite here after what Seb as well showed last week, but he's still there.
He's still near enough P3.
Yeah, I mean, he can get easy P3.
He is P3, sorry.
Yeah. Zinc, first sector 29.950 for the McLaren. No reference at all because Josh set a faster first sector and he went bloody slower. Overall, Seb through the first sector 29.888, so he's actually going almost a tenth faster than Zinc through the first sector alone, which is pretty much only one corner, and then just trying to keep the momentum through the Eau Rouge and Radion, and then just having the best top speed.
Oh,
really. Zinc now into the fast chicane. A little bit iffy through that second part. Into first level, going a little bit wide, and then into the second sector 112.953. It's a good flipping second sector, of course. Seb now on his 12.792, who is going faster than Zinc on his time. Zinc, the first one from the two, is gonna be closing his lap. That exit out of that Buster chicane wasn't great, and Zinc goes P3 141.165. It is so close between AM, Zinc and Nicholas. And then we go to Seb. Who is he gonna be going faster than DC? Is he gonna be going between DC and AM? He goes P2 140.865, half a tenth slower than DC. Oh boy, this is gonna be getting very entertaining between Seb and DC. For the pole position, as Nicholas goes P3 140.945. So actually the new reserves that came, they're actually like I said, a very good pace off the line of the start.
We have a lot of people. Who's the closest one to finishing a lap? Oh, who is it?
Probably Haas of Gap, not Chimp. No, Chimp.
Driller's up 2.
Driller.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's Driller then.
Yeah, although 30.121 through the first sector is already, comparing to Zinc's time, it's, not that great. He's gonna be
high wings. He might have high wings.
Yeah, no, 13.3. No, I don't. I think he just has, the lap just hasn't been it, I think, for him. Although, of course, we are comparing, that time that I've compared is to Seb, but still that's 6/10, which, coincidentally, it's going to be pretty much, with his teammate, somewhat there, close. On the exit of the Buster chicane, where is he going to be ending up?
Hey.
P11, 141.619, not a good lap by Driller, by standards.
No, that's only 3/10 off his TT, that's alright.
Oh, I mean, okay. If that, then it's alright.
Yeah, it's his banker. as well. I mean, I feel like he can improve that at least to a 0.4. Even more, maybe. That's being conservative.
Yeah.
Who else is on a...
TLW is just finishing his lap, who is 15 thousandths up on his second sector. Although he can probably gain a little bit more. No, he has lost time through the third one. He stays 18th, 42.348. Then there are Mayer who goes into the pits, and as well one of the Ferraris, that's Wave, going into the pits.
The only one on the outlap right now is Jenga Boy. I think we should watch him then.
Yeah, the third person driver. Weirdly.
We need to stop. We need to stop this. The F1 community is so toxic. As soon as you do something different than what 98% of other people do, it's immediately chase cam merchant. Like, or if you use assists, it's like, oh, assist merchant. Like, Josh is really quick for like F1. He's a good F1 driver. He's won a championship, Cesoi like at the top end with assists. And I don't know if you knew, like a lot of people were saying at first when the season started that he was cheating.
Were they?
Yeah. A lot of people thought he was cheating, but like it's just like, oh, they think you can't be that quick and use assists. That's what they think.
I mean, depends what assists, because if he's just using racing line, then no. But I mean,
he uses line, ABS, and gears. The same ones I use.
Gabby retarded in the pit. But wait, so then he's on PC. Does he have a wheel?
Yeah, PC. No, he's on controller.
Ah, okay. Well, okay. Then it makes sense, all right. With gears, if he's on a controller, makes sense, because changing gears on a controller is ass. Makes sense.
Yeah, you still get made fun of it though. It's a joke. Josh is 3 times up.
Yeah, he's.
I think he can improve that in the final sector easily. Come on, Josh.
Go on, Joshy boy.
Come on, you can do it, man. It's why did Gabby retire?
I don't know.
He definitely in the pits, right?
Yeah, it was in the pits. I don't know.
Okay then. Maybe he felt he can improve, but ooh, 141.7. Alright, that's an alright time for Josh. His what is that, second time he set? Well,
yeah. Pretty much.
That's alright. That's alright, good for him.
Yeah, it is very good. Alright. Now we prepare ourselves for the end part of qualifying, and as we have less than 2 minutes to go in this qualifying. Hold on, I need to mute the columns here. No, but go. Been straight. Twitch. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, Twitch just messing with me on my phone. Wave has started his final flying lap of the qualifying. Ahead of him there is TLW, but he shouldn't be making too much of a fuss for him as we go up through the Rouge and Radion, and then into the well, not Lost Swords, because that's the turn 1. Camel Straight, that's what I meant to say. No, Camel Straight.
He's up on his time. He's like,
Dre already.
Oh,
alright, next, where is it? The JCM has invalidated his as well. Wave already retires. Then who do we have? Nicholas Mayer through the first sector. He's not improving, but his first sector is 29.7, so he might actually be running very low wings for this track because of his first sector being 1/10 up on Seb's time. Through the no-name corner, very almost too aggressive. Lost the back end almost, or he lost it a little bit. Still 7th gear through Puan, absolutely sending it from the reserve, going into the chicane, the quick chicane, and then going into the first part of Stavilo. And then into the second, was so close with the track limits. He's up by 28 thousandths. Not enough for an improvement of in terms of positions, but in terms of, well, of course, lap time, it is. But at the end, he's not looking for either P2 or P1. He would be starting on the second row, but of course there are a lot of drivers as he's lost it into the first part of Boston chicane. That must have lost him some time. Nicholas finishes the line and he stays third. Did improve, but he stays third. Josh stays 13th as Ace Armand moves up into P6. Behind then Chimp. Where does he go? Stays 14th. Did improve, but he stays 14th.
Ooh.
Then Zinc. He's improving by 500ths. I mean, it is going to be enough for an improvement ahead of AM, and Zinc is ahead of AM, but AM still isn't on a lap. DC 3/10s up on his time. Improves his pole position time. Seb is not enough to up on his time. He's only 88 thousandths up on his time. Seb, is he gonna improve? He did improve through the third sector, but not enough. AM not on a flying lap. F1 Kid, can you say something about this? P3 for F1 Kid, 140.861, and that's it for qualifying. DC, like it was expected for us. DC yet again on pole position here this time in Belgium for round 6, and then we can see if he's gonna win the Grand Prix. If he's gonna, well, not dominate, because there is of course Seb, who is gonna be on the first row, who can fight him. But still, DC has the chance. If anyone
can fight him off the line, it's Seb.
Yeah. F1 Kid.
This is going to be a good thing. If he doesn't have another Steam issue, Seb versus... Oh, you have F1 Kid as well. He's in the mix. But these three, that's going to be a good watch.
Yeah. Nicholas Mayer 4th, Zinks 5th, AM 6th, 9-8 7th, Matt 8th, Vampy Knight, and then Wave Drake completes the top 10, and it's JCM in 11th, Drilla 12th, the Yinga by 13th, Chim 14th, and then the rest, I don't know.
I will say though, for Wave, the one lap he did do, really good lap.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, still 10th.
Considering he could have improved way more, that really great pace from him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it is really. Alright. I mean, do we really need to do predictions?
Considering how many people invalidated in the... Like, we saw a fair few invalidations in the quali. Maybe a warning sign for the race with track limits.
I mean, it is quite easy to get track limits. It is really easy to do track limits here. There are so many places that you can do.
Rouge easy.
I mean, that's just when you miscalculate, but then like on the exit of the first 3 corners in the second sector, and then, well, pretty much in this whole second sector. all of it. Yeah, all of it. Pretty much exit on
of
turn 9.
Exit of bus stop, yeah.
P1. Then the 11 and 12 as 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Lights are gonna be out, and away we go here in the Belgium Grand Prix. DC, who is starting on the hards, getting a good start. Who didn't get a good start is F1 Cage, who drops already down to P7 off the line. Okay, he's P6 as there's a Ferrari spawn. That's Wave J already spawned, and there's more drama behind as there's Dorwizzy involved, Gabby involved, and that's a virtual safety car out deployed already. Already high level of drama in the Grand Prix, high level of carbon fiber as well. Well, not high level, but carbon fiber on track. Darwizzy with absolutely no front wing. Gabby might have some damage. Well, pretty much everyone could have some damage that were involved in there. But yeah, VSC deployed, and it's DC and Seb who have stayed in their positions. F1 Kid getting a horrible start of the line, losing 3 positions immediately before even turn 1. Hold on, I need to check the flipping positions. Zink, who had an amazing start, moved up 2 positions. AM moved up 1 position. Drill moved up 3 positions. Sir Nikolai moved up 5 positions. The same with TLW, 5 positions up. And then the biggest losers are Gabby, Chimp, and then Wave Dre, and of course Darwizi, who has no front wing, even though he has gained 1 position. He has no front wing, so he is gonna have to pit. Zinc on the softs, so that's somewhat the reason why he got a good start. Then DC on the hards. As TLW gets a drive through a penalty, and we're back in racing. There's already a AlphaTauri wide in the Blanchimont, and Seb takes the lead from DC. There's a slight bit of contact between the two, and there goes Nano. There's a massive amount of contacts in the midfield, or in the pack. Seb leads the Grand Prix as we go on to lap 2. Of course, he has the better tires than, as there's a spin by Zinc. And F1 Kid has been involved in that as well. Ace Armat moves up to 4th. GSTM up into 5th place from absolutely nowhere. 6 places up from his original spot. Sir Nicholas won 9 positions up of his original pole position place. And it's a absolute disaster for McLaren. Last race they had an absolute dreamer. This race they have an absolute horde of a race at the moment. Zinc sends it on Wave, and he has moved up to P17, but it's a horrible start to the Grand Prix for the McLaren drivers, as there's yet another yellow flag. That's Vampy now spun, who has no front wing, probably a piece of it, I think. A piece of front wing might have fallen off from the Alpine. Yes, there is some contact, well, contact. I mean, carbon fiber.
While we're here, can I just ask? I got a call. I have to go. But where did Seb overtake Cesoi? How did Zinc drop all the way down? Those are my 2 main questions.
Seb got DC on the exit or pretty much on the restart of the VC, got an amazing start.
Cool.
Hold on, there is a high level of contact again. Rivalry between JSTM and 9-8. JSTM gets 9-8 on the exit of the bus stop. They're almost going 3 wide going into La Source. 2 wide between 9-8 and JSTM and AM and ASR Mat. 3 wide almost action, as JSTM has to lift. Well, he wants the DRS, but he can't. He's gonna be in the front. There's well, a lot of connection as well stuff. But now GSM, who doesn't have the DRS, there's gonna be 3 wide. 9-8 squeezes through Acermat and GSM, and it goes from P6 up into P4, going into the turn 6 and 8. As there is GSM spun by ASR Mat in turn 6, I believe, and he's down to P17. And yeah, again, another driver spun by someone, and it's this time JCM, and there's another yellow flag. That's one of the McLaren and Alfa Romeo. That's F1 Kid and Zinc, the 2 drivers who are in the top 5 starters. F1 Kid overtakes JCM. But back to your question. So yeah, I already said, well, Seb got that massive or dreamer of a restart, and just overtook him straight after the restart. And then Zinc, well, him on. So yeah, we have started now lap 4, and there's been already a high level amount of content for a FIA is gonna have a field day. Jenga Boy, he seems to be really genuinely angry after the F2 race. I mean, yeah, after the announcements, yeah.
I can only imagine what he's gonna be like after this race, as Nicholas overtakes DC.
And as well, AM overtakes ASR Mat, well, on the camera straight easily. behind Chimp. There's 3 wide between Chimp, Rob, and Chesney, and Gabby. It was actually Gabby there, and Gabby moves up to P9. Rob and Chesney, they're still side by side. Rob has sneaked ahead of Chesney, so Nikolai is involved in here, as well as Wavejay, and as Josh, well, Younger Boy, as Wavejay has overtaken Josh around the outside of turn 9. Well, made it complete on the exit of turn 9. And Wavejay is up to P13 after his, first lap coming together with someone. AM moves up ahead of 9-8 as he has spun on the exit out of the fast chicanes. That's turn 12, I believe. Or 13, I don't know. I don't know these names. Or, well, not names, but the flipping numbers. But he has dropped down to P14. That's another try, and he has as well front wing damage, so he's gonna have to go into the pit and repair it. Well, of course he doesn't have to, but probably would be better to go in there. JCM tries to go around the outside of F1 Kid into the Buster chicane. No, he won't. Maybe he's gonna have the switchback on him on the exit. No, he won't. He didn't even get the better exit, but he might just stay behind F1 Kid and just get the DRS for the Camel Straight and overtake him there. As in front, someone took someone. I can't remember who. I genuinely can't remember. Maybe it was Drilla overtaking Acer Matt, trying to get the DRS, and Acer Matt with the DRS around the outside of Drilla. They're gonna go side by side into turn 6, 7, and 8, and there's a contact between them. Acer Matt lost it on the exit of turn 6, but he has saved it, and he has stayed P6. Actually, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I mean, aren't there like 19 corners in here? Around Spa?
I wouldn't know.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay, yeah, I got the... Yeah, I now know the amount. At least 8 up into sector 2. At least. DC is still within Nicholas's DRS zone. We'll see if he will actually think about an overtake. Sip has around 30% of DRS, DC has around 50% of DRS. Nicholas, has less than both of them. He has around 20%. DC might look for a move on the Camel Straight. It isn't really worth it to send it into La Source unless you're, well, DC trying to overtake I don't know, TLW. Let's be real. And then now the DRS detection zone was already there. Rouge, Radion, and then ERS open. Defensive moves by Nicholas, but the DRS from DC gets him ahead on the Camel Straight easily, and DC moves up into P2. And now his next target is Seb, who says, the hearts are going to be coming back slowly but surely. Behind there's the 2 horses that fight, and Chimp is out of Gabby in the end. Both of them are on the hearts, and pretty much everyone in this packet is on the hearts besides Wave, who's as well, let's say faster than all of them, let's be real, but as well on the faster tire, but with the worst connection, unfortunately. Well, since he lives in US, sad times. I guess it's the reality. Zinc and F1 Kid again side by side. This time into P1, and Zinc goes off track, and they go side by side, and F1 Kid went on the high curve on the inside of P1, the later part of it, and lost it there, but just saved it somehow. Rob is out of Gabby, going into Blanchimont on the exit of Stavelo and going into Blanchimont, so Rob moves up into P8, has a lot more ERS than Gabby, and as well Chimp. No, he has less than Chimp, but still good that he has more ERS.
Gabby's going to run back on him.
Yeah, he's trying
Nice.
to get his switch back, although they're still side by side. Rob is gonna have the inside. Gabby tries to hang it around that side, and Gabby, is he gonna get a better exit? Yes, he does get a better exit, and Gabby moves up to P8, although now Gabby won't have the DRS on his teammate, which is a very, very bad thing.
Ooh, he's
and
also flashing.
And as well, yes, he is as well flashing, so he is going to be absolutely dead on the straight. He might get overtaken by 3 cars in here, by Rob, Chesney, might be even Sir Nikolai. Oi, that was very aggressive defending by Gabby. There's already 3-second time penalty for Ace or Matt, but that defensive move by Gabby was very aggressive from what I saw. From Sir Nikolai's POV, as there's a spinner that's Acer Matt spun on the between turn 8 and 9, and he's stuck on the inside of turn 9. He's absolutely beached in there. He either resets or he gets disqualified. Yes, he does get disqualified, and that's, well, technically our first retirement of the Grand Prix. DC has caught up to Seb's 1 second. DC is absolutely flying. Both of them have pretty similar amount of ERS, but DC, his tires are going to be, like I said, going better and better as the race goes on. So, of course, not into La Source. I mean, he's way too far back to even send it into La Source. And on the exit of La Source, and then going downhill in the old start finish rate and in the GT3 start finish rate, uphill through Rouge and Radion, and now the DRS is going to be open for DC, but is he going to be trying to overtake Seb into turn 5, 6 and 7? So Nikolai already 3-second time penalty. DC doesn't want to overtake Seb yet. He doesn't want to overtake him. He wants to overtake him maybe next lap, maybe later. We will see. We'll see what he will do. We will see what Nicholas does as he gets a 3-second time penalty. Well, sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, good.
Well, he won't be doing much anymore, as he just needs to stay with these two, and he'll be good because AM doesn't have the DRS, and he doesn't even have anyone around him. Drilla is almost 3 seconds behind, and behind Drilla, he's 3 seconds behind, 4 seconds behind, as Nicholas has spun it, lost it in Puan, and this has ruined his all chances for a podium, because when he was behind DC, he could have just stayed with them with the DRS, but now he has bottled it. He's down in P5. He's lucky that Rob is not within his 3 seconds yet. Of course, the race is still long, but not that long enough for Nicholas to catch up back to DC, because honestly, I don't think he even would have the pace to catch up to these two. Maybe stay with them, but not catch up. Especially that AM is 7 seconds behind them. So a fight for P3 might be as well getting a little bit interesting. Nicholas goes into the pits. He might have actually got some front wing damage. We'll see. Is he changing? No, he is retired for some reason, even though he was winning.
That's your P5 and you're retiring.
Yeah.
That's no.
No, that's just being a crybaby. Yeah, so Nikolai slow in La Source. He's slowing down for some reason.
Did he let F1 Kid by? Whoa.
I mean, he was with Yenga Boy at some point. I saw him getting, well,
Why is he
overtaken.
slowing? What?
He's going slow.
Does he have like illegal overtakes? What?
What the hell is happening for Sir Nikolai? It's going very slow. Like, unusually slow, honestly. He might have some actually issues, maybe, I don't know. Wheel, maybe not in the game, but just his, well, I wouldn't really say personal, but, you know, outside of the game problems. Not the game itself, but what?
He could be in like AI mode. You don't think?
No, that's not AI driving. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not AI because AIs don't usually lose their car like that. And you can sort of tell when it's AI or and not. Well, sometimes for other people.
I think he's close enough now to make the move on Seb.
No, I mean, yeah, he's closing, but DC doesn't want to.
Thinks better of it. Thinks better of it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. Stays for another lap. So Leclerc retires in the pits. So maybe actually there were some issues with external issues, not internal but external. TLW, the first pitter, or no, actually Zink was the first one for his probably scheduled stop, but TLW is the second one, and the two McLarens have completed their stops. Well, the first one that I saw actually. Let's say that. Then, well, the fight for P3 is not really much, as Rilla is 3.7 seconds behind AM, so AM is in a no man's land really, because he's not getting to DC, but he's well, extending the gap between himself and Drilla, so he's gonna be in no man's land. The same with Drilla, because he's 6 seconds out of Rob, and he's not really gaining on AM, so the P3 and P4 are really in the no man's land. DC is very close behind Seb. He might be looking for a move. Of course, not last source, because you don't want to overtake anyone in last source. You don't want yourself to be ahead of someone. AM goes into the pits. You don't want, and as well Drilla, you don't want to be ahead of someone going up the hill in El Rouge and Radion, and the car behind has the RS. If what I'm said makes sense. DC has lost time on the exit of Camel Straight. Uses the RS. He's going to be looking for a move into turn 5, and he makes a move done out of turn 5. And DC retakes his lead. He might have gotten a warning there. He might have gotten a warning there.
Let me see.
He cut the corner a little bit. At least it looked like.
No warnings. Let me see if Cesoi has any warning. Cesoi has one warning for lap 3.
Check Seb.
Seb, okay. Seb, Portuguese. Seb has one warning for lap 2. Let me see any others. No, just one warning for lap 2.
Okay, so they're
both on 1.
Yeah, they're pretty even, at least like that. DC now with the better tires at this stage of the race. He's gonna be well, faster than Seb. He can extend his lead. Of course, Seb and DC, we'll see when they'll be pitting, what they'll be pitting for, because Seb could as well just go into softs, you know. DC as well for softs or mediums. We'll see.
Where is extremely high here. I don't think if Seb has to go long for him to go on mediums, or like the wear is too high to go on softs, like even in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the wear is high here. Well, DC didn't get the grace of exits of La Source that he usually didn't get when he was behind Seb, and now going up the hill through Radion and a Rouge. I said it the wrong way, but I don't care at this point. Seb is gonna make a move on the left, and easy done. A little bit of contact there, but still DC drops down to P2, and Seb retakes the lead out of DC. And we'll see what these two will be, of course, doing. Of course, they don't want to overtake each other, other than Lecom, Las.
Lecom, you had it right.
No, it's not Lecom.
It is Lecom. Yeah, but it's at Lecom. It's near Lecom.
Oh, is Lecom the turn 5, 6, and 7 thing?
It's the chicane after.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Okay. Now I got it. I don't know. I had Lecom in my mind.
Another warning.
Oh.
Another warning. One more and he gets the penalty.
I mean, so if they touch Seb, so it could be on a... Hold on, let me just check.
No, that's just wheel banging. That's just wheel banging. I don't see that being reported.
Yeah, he's actually on the track limit thing. Seb is as well on a track limit, so okay. And we'll see, both of them are pitting at the same time, at the very exact same time. JCM getting a 3 second time, like DC wanted to be quick, but he didn't. But he wasn't quick enough. And for what they'll be pitting now, this is crucial for both of them. Seb is going for softs. DC is going to be going as well for mediums. So Seb is going aggressive for the first part of the Grand Prix, or the first part of the stint, but then DC, his second part of the stint, is gonna be crucial. I mean, both of the stints are gonna be crucial for both of them, because Seb now has to make the gap on DC so that DC won't have the DRS, but DC has the opposite. He needs to keep with Seb through the second chicane, as behind there is Svampy, who has spun on the exit of Buster chicane. He has no damage, no VSC deployed, and now we will be looking at these two up ahead, who have stayed ahead of this train of cars from Rob, Chesney, Chimp, Gabby, Wave, as Rob goes off track on the exit of Lecom, and now he's getting overtaken by Chimp, Gabby even, he got overtaken by Chesney as well, Riz. And AM is trying to go around the outside. There's contact, there's massive contact, there's a big chaos between AM, Rob, Wave, Dre, and Gabby. AM coming the worst with Wave. Oh la la, what has happened there? No safety car, no VSC. I didn't even see any sort of carbon fiber there flying off. But the worst that came out are AM and Wave. And they have dropped down to P9 and 10, and Wave with this well, does a little bit touchy internet. Oh, now there's contact between him and Zing, but nothing too much serious.
So I just Nicholas said in Discord that he retired because he had
rear wing damage.
Rear wing, yeah.
And that's why he retired from P. Oh, well, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes very much sense. Although, to be fair, it's kind of weird that he lost it in Puan. Like that. That far. I mean, I'm not saying that he did that on purpose, of course. But, like, well, I mean, it would be stupid. But it's kind of odd. You don't see that every day, but you will see it every day, is DC overtaking Seb into Lecom. And DC takes the lead of the Grand Prix, crucial lead of the Grand Prix, because now he just needs to keep Seb behind. And as the more laps go on, it'll be easier and easier to keep Seb behind him. It'll be so much easier toward the end of the Grand Prix, because Seb's softs are just gonna be so dead at the end compared to DC's mediums. The way the tire wear is extremely high in here. So the mediums are going to be very good in here for DC.
I think Seb might be hoping, for like a safety car. I don't know.
I mean, but that will be for the first stint. Then I mean, it just doesn't make sense because, well, he's behind DC. DC can just pit for softs. Seb doesn't have another pair of softs, fresh softs. I mean. At this stage,
well, yeah, no, he's just made a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really make sense that.
Yeah, I think he's just made a mistake, because there is no way those softs are like he's not even like using them to the best of like his abilities. You'd want to be like, you know, gapping Cesoi with the softs right now, but
yeah, but he's not.
He's only going to get slower and slower, and Cesoi's, compared to him, Cesoi's just gonna have a bigger pace advantage. I don't know what he was thinking.
Chesney and Chimp pitting. Probably they'll be going for the softs. Seb overtakes DC into Lecom easily as that. Chesney and Chimp go for the softs. Wave probably going as well for the softs as well at this stage of the race.
That's good.
Yeah,
you'd get to the end now. You'd get to the end now.
Yeah. With a good pace. Drilla overtakes Younger Boy or Gabby. Well, either way, he's up as a P3, and he's actually, after not really having the grace of qualifyings and just race starts, he's up at a P3 somehow from P12. Somehow keeping out of trouble everywhere. Pretty much has rewarded you with a P3 at the moment. Yeah. He just needs to not drop this like Nicholas did. For example, as an example, JCM getting a 3-second time delay yet again, as well as F1 Kid got one earlier on as he tries to overtake 9-8 through the chicane. There's side-by-side stuff going on. A good view from Rob, but Kid is ahead of 9-8. Going into Stabilo. Rob with his fresher medium is trying to go around the outside of 9-8 into Blanchimont, as well as on the inside of F1 Kid, has moved 2 positions through Blanchimont, and now F1 Kid and 9-8 are going side by side yet again. 9-8 might be sending it on F1 Kid into Bostov chicane, which will be slowing F1 Kid down slightly. Well, not that much. DC yet again overtakes Seb into Lecom, and Rob is ahead of F1 Kid and 9-8, but I don't know, maybe he made that move a little too early, because now F1 Kid is gonna have the DRS. He's gonna be closing, and he might actually try and re-overtake him into Lecom. He's gonna have the DRS. Now let's see his shine speed. Is he using ERS? No, he isn't. He's closing, but not fast enough. So Rob made a good decision actually, and stays P8 in front. In the meantime, Chimp has overtaken Chesney Race into the Lecom. Well,
I think Seb's struggling with his tyres. That gap's just increasing and increasing. Look at it.
Yeah. I mean, he is struggling already. 8/10s already. He has to use ERS. Seb is not. I mean, they're both on a similar amount of VRS. They are really nail the toe in here. I think that the saying goes like that. Well, nail to nail in here. Let's say that's it. It's much. I don't flipping know the flipping. I'm not a poetry or whatever it is called in English. English is not my first language. Live with it. Seb again is gonna have the DRS, although with this gap he might not have the big. Okay, now he's gaining back on these DC. He's gonna have the DRS slipstream. Doesn't use the DRS. Yeah, he's gonna catch him on the inside, and he's ahead going into Lecom, and he's taking the race lead. Although DC is already sniffing his back already through Lecom, and well, Seb looks like to be struggling in the corner, sliding going into turn 8.
Look at that.
Yeah, DC is really sniffing his back a lot. Yeah.
Is he edging it?
No. Okay. No. He's not edging it, alright? He's not edging it.
Would you like to give us a little? And DC's edging Seb. You remember? From Netherlands.
Yeah, but that was for a safety car. Restart.
Oh, let's hope for a safety car then. I'd love to hear it.
No, I'm not gonna say it again.
Okay.
DC is so close behind Seb, right behind his gearbox. Of course, he doesn't want to overtake him yet. Either in the bus stop, either in Las Zocom, only there. That's
sorry to interrupt. I really do. Do you think Seb might play a bit of chicken here? Nah, you don't think he would, right?
No, his tires won't let him. His tires won't let him in the end. DC, well, Seb probably won't need to, because DC will just overtake him easily. Even long before Lecom, he's gonna have a massive amount of high speed advantage, he's just used a lot of his ERS, so I can see him already planning to try and get away from Seb already at this stage. Like, yeah, he is using ERS through even on the exit of turn 7 going into turn 8. He's trying to get away from Seb on this lap, so...
Sorry to interrupt, Seb's on another warning for track limits as well. They are both on 2. If one of them gets another warning, it's 3 seconds.
Yeah. So DC's trying to get away from Seb. Seb probably saw it and maybe heard it from me as well. What I said. Gabby and F1 Kid are side by side. Some of they're fighting. Gabby is in front, but I don't really care about them now that much. Vampy gets a 3-second time penalty. As well, Drillline needs to watch out for his 3 seconds because AM is watching close, but as well, AM needs to watch closely the 2 soft runners that are called Chimp and Chesney Riz, because they're closing on those fresher softs, way better in condition compared to Seb, who did stay in DC's DRS. So the the getaway from DC has failed. I was trying to search for words, but I didn't. He
hasn't really blundered though. They're still on the exact literally like to almost the exact percentage. They are both like so level with the ERS. It's wild.
Yeah. Seb easy overtake on the Camel straight and moves up to the race lead into P1, and now DC probably is gonna have a good cornering advantage with the better tires, maybe actually not. I mean to be fair, he's closing. I mean, it is going to be very interesting what they'll do towards the final laps. The same with Chimp and Chesney, who have already caught up 8 tenths or 4 tenths towards AM. Rob overtakes Zinc into Lecom, and Robbie moves up to P7, although he has a 3-second time penalty, which he will need to, well, he's gonna need to serve it, so it doesn't that much matter. Yengaboy tries to send it on Zinc into turn 8, and he has done it successfully. Yengaboy provisionally in P7 from Rob's 3 seconds, which will need to, well, probably overtake him as quick as possible. There's so many different flipping tires, like Jesus Christ, everyone is almost on a different strategy. It's crazy how different strategies can be done in here, and we'll see what strategy was the best actually in here, and as well who kept themselves the most out of danger, as there's a yellows that Darwizzy spun on the exit of P1, drops on down to P16, and
Guess who's back?
Yeah, I'm back. Darwizzy not having the greatest of times, sliding around everywhere. As DC doesn't want to overtake Seb, he doesn't want to overtake him. He's now already playing DRS chicken.
He baited it because Seb's used DRS there, and Cesoi has the advantage now.
Yeah, now he's just playing DRS chicken. He doesn't want to overtake him, of course. Doesn't want to overtake him. Just on the next on the final lap,
Sit back,
relax,
charge your battery, dump it all at the last lap.
Yep.
Simple,
yet tricky. Yengaboy overtakes Rob into Lecom, and he's up to P7 officially. Chimp is catching up to AM, but not that quickly anymore. 2.1 seconds between them. Last lap, it was 2.4.
Since I had a little. He's still. Oh my god! Oh jeez, he has like nearly a 20% advantage. Wow.
Yeah. 20% advantage. It's crazy. Of course, DC doesn't want to take him. Darwizzy again spins. This time in Lecom. It's gonna be almost a massive Aston Martin sandwich if DC overtakes Seb, which would be somewhat stupid at this point on. Zinc gets a 3-second time penalty. At this point, if Seb would, DC would overtake Seb, it would be just a little bit stupid. All or maybe he's just gonna dump everything onto the final lap, put everything, as he's gonna have a much, well, he's gonna have much better tires, honestly.
Yeah, faster.
And now DC, of course, he doesn't want to go for the overtake. Tucks in behind Seb, so he can't do any sort of brake checks, and it has worked perfectly. Seb tried to, well, to the left, maybe, and brake, but he couldn't get it. DC still close behind him. F1 Git goes into the pits. He hasn't retired. 9-8 goes into the pits as well. F1 Git is going to be going for the fastest lap, I see. Yellow, that's again Darwizy.
Another spin.
Yeah, again. Darwizy is really not having the greatest of time, isn't he?
But, interestingly enough, when it was the F2 race, he had a lot of pace then. I'm not saying anything. Make of that what you will. He wasn't spinning in that F2 race, I'll tell you that.
Chesney has overtaken Shimp earlier, so Chesney is up to P5. We'll see how this will pan out as well.
Seb's dumping. So is Cesoi, DC. Oh my.
No, he isn't. He isn't.
They were. Oh my god.
No,
DC
but
like
Seb only.
40.
Only Seb. DC is still on 90%.
He has like 30%. Oh.
Yeah, he is not gonna make it. Final lap. DC with the help of the DRS should be getting him. Seb still tries to play something out of his pocket, an ace somewhere, but he just can't. Even if he would pull now, it won't make it anything because DC has the DRS and up through Radion. Seb tries to defend the inside, but DC is ready in the inside. And with double the DRS and ERS, DC makes the move on the Camel Straight and into Lecom. DC takes the race lead. And to the end of the Grand Prix, it should be going to DC. Oh my god, he almost lost it there. He almost lost it there, drifting through there.
God's sake, come on.
And Darwizy again spins, having a, well, a old meme from 2019, a Spinalla fest in here. Chimp overtakes Chesney into Lecom. But DC to the end of the Grand Prix should have an easy way to the win as Darwizy again spins. Now just DC needs to watch the white lines, stay away from them as far as possible.
Don't invalidate.
I mean, he's already 1 second ahead of Seb, going through Blanchimont, and then
Seb's out.
Yeah, he's not saying.
No ERS. No ERS.
Josh as well getting at 3 seconds, and now going into the 2 final corners. Well, okay, I thought he's gonna get a flipping warning there, but on the exit of the final corner, Seb is gonna win yet again. He's another Grand Prix in Belgium. His 5th out of 6 wins. The only one who didn't win was in Netherlands. That was won by Seb. 3rd place, who is gonna go to Drilla. Is gonna go to Drilla. AM is gonna grab the 4th place. Shimp is gonna grab the 5th place as Boy sends it and spins Chesney. The sabotage by Josh. He has just completely sabotaged his teammates. Josh finished still 6th. Chesney finishes 10th. Gabby finishes an 8th. Zink finishes in a disappointing 9th. Rob 7th. Wave 11th. GSTM 12th, TLW 13th, F1 Gate 14th. Is he gonna get the fastest lap? I wanna see this actually. Is he gonna get the fastest lap? Where's the fastest lap?
Come on, Josh, you can't be moving like this.
And yeah, he easily takes the fastest lap. Vampy and 9-8 having as well as Scrap going into the bus.
Oh, come on,
and who's going to be 15th? Oh, and it's going to be 9-8 who's going to be 15th. And Vampy finishes in last in 16th. And
come on, Josh. What
that's
are you doing?
That's
your
the wrap.
Own teammate. Your own
Blood spun his own teammate.
Oh, God. No, because the irony of Josh being super angry about the terrible driving standards and then taking out his own teammate. Oh god,
Yeah.
great race! Oh, Driller mate, you did it P3. Wow, well done, well done. Great race. It almost makes up for the F2 race. I'll be honest.
Mm.
No, nowhere near actually. I'm lying. It nowhere near makes up for that F2 race.
Um. Yeah. DC grabs another W into his cabinet. He has won 5 out of 6 races in this season. It's absolutely mental. Who's well, the top 3 is DC, Seb, and Drilla. Your driver today is probably Drilla.
I'd say Cesoi, Cesoi Paul win. Never looked in doubt really. Driller P3 in this grid. Podium in this grid, brilliant. I'd also go for you know what? No, I want to throw this out there. Chesney Reese, like what was he? P5, P6 before Josh
P6.
killed him.
P6.
P6 in this grid for Chesney Reese. I don't know. I like that. I like that.
Before he got taken out by his own
Yeah,
teammates.
before he got killed. I feel like he should honorarily get that nomination because he deserved it. Before he got killed, at least. Still. God, the FIA are gonna. Oh God, everyone's gonna have a report on them.
Field
Jenga
day.
boy. Oh God, it's gonna be crazy.
It is.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, for the first lap, for the first 2 laps, there are a lot of reports in here as well. Yeah, that was the Belgian Grand Prix. My driver of the day vote goes to. I mean, yeah, I would go as well with Chesney. Now that mentioned it. So yeah, Chesney gets both of our votes, but since I have to go with 3, then votes, then well, nominees. Well, Chesney, like I said, Riz, then Drilla, and Chimp, who started 14th and finished 5th. That's my 3 nominees. That's made it a little bit easier for Josh. Next week we are in for a treat around
Barcelona.
Barcelona with a magnificent sprint race that I absolutely love because of the flipping one-shot quali, the best invention ever for a commentator. Yeah, DC again extend this championship lead over F1 Kid, Singh, Seb, whoever it is going to be in P2 now. And I mean, to be fair, this race he can probably win the Grand Prix. He can probably win the championship in Spain already. In the sprint as well. I don't honestly, like, at this point, even in the sprint he could probably win the Grand Prix, just because everyone had a horrible race. F1 Kit, Sink, Sir Nikolai, and then Seb is got a good result. Honestly, he could just wrap up the championship in Barcelona. No joke.
Well, someone who definitely, Josh. I don't think Josh is gonna want to look at, want to even say anything to Reese. Do you have? Oh God, I don't know if he'll report that because them two are like best buddies. I don't know if that's gonna get reported by either of them, but just to make it funny, someone else might report that.
I will.
Naming names. Yeah, go on, Wildstorm. If Chesney doesn't report it himself, you do it. Go on. That's gonna cause a lot of attention in the F2 paddock. In fact, if neither of them report it, you don't even need to report it. Mr. Chesney 1995 will do it just for the fun of it.
Just to mess his brother up.
Yeah. Oh my God, crazy.
All right, so yeah, like I said, next week is gonna be Barcelona, and yeah, we will see you next week. So, ciao.